Alright, hello everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys can hear me perfectly a-okay. I'm living the dream, as one might say. So let me just make sure the sound of the music's pretty high, so I had to turn it down for a bit, so there we go. Back to menu. Alright, so today I'm bringing back Point and Click Sunday. It's been a while. I know, it's been a long while, trust me. So, today we're playing Detective Grimoire. It's a trilogy series. I think it's Detective Grimoire, then Tangle Deep, the other two. So we're going to try to play the entire trilogy, if can be. This is my first time playing the game, so, if I botch or anything, if you guys have emails, you can type GetSelious if you are sub to the channel. We'll give you notes to help me take down. I have a notepad with me to help me take notes for this stuff. But yeah, let's get into it, and let's keep going. 1%. Yeah, the game has autosave, so this was me trying to test if it works, but it has autosave, so I'm state number 1, yeah. Yep, headphones are important, yep. Gotta take care of myself. Alright, let's see how this works.
2025 last night. A murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp. A small tourist attraction deep within the heart of the marshland.
Hold on. A tourist attraction? Here? I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
I've explained this already. This
voice acting is really good.
Is famous.
Famous. All I read was that some idiot thought they saw an alien here 100 years ago.
Get your facts straight for once. We're talking about a creature that's lived in the swamp for over 60 years.
Okay, so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see what matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
The murder suspect?
That's right. This is no Loch Ness monster. You need to be
Yeah.
taking this seriously.
No, look, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
You've always enjoyed a challenge before. You can start by reading this.
Our case file? There's not a lot of it, is there?
As usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
Okay. So, let's see what we know here. Witcher Remington, this guy right here. This guy right here is a founder of a trash called Boggy's Bog, which was found dead outside his office 12:45 last night. Oh, this is military time? So, that would be 2045 would be 8:45 p.m., right? Is that correct? In military time? So, military time, he was dead 8:45 p.m. last night in non-military time. Cause of death would be known. 3 small wounds to suggest a clawed creature. Slime around the woody footprint. And bringing this creature was Boggy, legendary swamp creature. So he has 3 wounds in him. That did the thing. Okay. We're learning. He has 3 small wounds in him. Okay. And any of the 7 people present could hold. Yeah, so talk to the people around this island. These are the wounds. These are the footprints. And that's a suspect. Alright. Interesting.
Victim, Richard Remington, he was in charge of this, tourist attraction.
Boggy Bog, yeah.
Bog? What a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well, nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him.
I heard of it.
Thing is our murder suspect?
Yep.
There's more to Boggy than the cartoon character, I promise you. This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
Alright. Chapter 1. Let's
Your
start.
case file is in the top right.
Okay.
You can look at your clues and suspect profiles in here. When you've collected some, of course. I'll stay and guard our boat, so if you're confused, come back here and I'll help you.
Alright. So we have 2% notes, all the clues, a suspect. Okay, this is kind of more old school where it's like, I would say like some of the older Sierra games where it's like first person view. I'm used to seeing a person walk around.
That's where I need to go. I can switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right. Oh, and if I'm feeling confident, I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
So you press that to... Yeah, okay. Hey, there's someone up here.
Wow, you didn't get lost yet.
No, I only just got here. Who are you?
Who are you?
Don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
You're that weird girl from the fairground.
You're that weird girl from the fairground.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you'll let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here and
You'll
behave.
get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know all
about it.
already?
They're saying it was the creature, but it can't be him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. No,
Not really.
he's a different sort of creature.
Wait, what do you mean? If you... she disappeared.
Well, that's weird. Well, that's just weird. Time to call the cops. Unironically. That's just weird. When I'm the cops. Uppers.
Is an opportunity for a photographic memento. The two characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they... fighting? It's an old statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water.
Let's see where it goes from here. Okay, we're going here. You click it.
Just an odd old tree.
Okay.
The fence that seems to surround this entire area.
Oh, wow.
The fence that seems to surround this entire...
Okay. It's not super accurate, though.
Just my luck, the gate's closed. Looks like I can move these middle latches around. I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate. Probably.
Easy. Alright. There.
I still don't quite understand why we have a tourist attraction here.
No idea.
Don't forget to use walk mode to move around.
That's right, yeah.
Just my luck, the gates looks like I can move. I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll probably...
Oh. Okay. I did this, but okay.
Hey, nice. I might get one of these from my office.
There we go. Yeah, I had to do it again. Okay. That was odd. Alright.
This is the tourist attraction?
We got it, we got it.
The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me.
Me neither.
Let's do some thinking. Drag any two stray threads into those slots at the bottom. And flick through the connecting statements in between to make a sentence.
Oh, I remember this mechanic. I saw this in To Hell with the Ugly. I've done this before. The Hell
Tap the
with the Ugly.
confirm button to try it out. I just have to focus my thoughts. And reach a conclusion. Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
My beard, our boat, my hat. The swamp is too far remote to make any money.
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. It's really bugging me. What's the story behind this place?
Alright, back. I have no clues. It's too far remote to make any money.
Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food. Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right. I'm not hungry, though. These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there. Looks like this path leads towards the northwest corner of Boggy's Bog.
Yes, it does. Super odd, though.
I can't wait.
Can I pick that up?
I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else. I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Okay. For now. Yeah, for now. North, south, east. Oh, man, I forgot. North, south, east, west. Oh, no, I was right. I had to keep going the other way.
Rocks sitting in the... If that was a natural occurrence, it's a... I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down. Maybe if I get desperate later on. So, this is where they found Remington's body.
Yep.
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside.
Yep. So if the Beastman came in through the door, he pushed him out the window. Why would there be puncture marks? You're just shoving, right? Think about it. If you shove someone out the window, unless he tossed him, right? But then there'll be like a scrape or something inside. So we gotta find a way to get inside.
I can't get in here with... Maybe if I...
There are people here.
Some suspects. Let's get this investigation started.
What? Yes, do you have a message for me?
No.
No?
No.
I don't think so.
Who are you?
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you, anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Van de Peer.
The famous movie director?
The artist, the visionary, the
visionary.
auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
A man of many talents, and I have no idea what he's doing. At least you got a talented beard, at least.
That is a very talented beard you've got, at least.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But then I'd be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Last night, I can't present. Yeah.
Were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed, I was working. Very hard indeed. Well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest. But yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual. Yes, difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well,
Yeah.
I was unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Wow.
Girl, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always.
Let's see.
But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself.
Explain.
I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
With what?
Filming?
Last night? Here?
Yes.
No
At the time of the murder, I believe. But wait,
Whoa.
I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful?
So he just filmed.
Side there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective, but there are some odd sounds on the audio track. Nothing
Whoa.
but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Wow. So it wasn't okay. That's the rip. That's the tear. He has the audio of the moments when Richard was killed. Doors open. He's someone. Yeah, surprise. Interesting. Thanks. Alright, your job.
What's a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering. This area, the history, the atmosphere. It's the perfect setting for my next film.
What are you
I'm on a
filming?
scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
Okay.
You're making a movie about Boggy. About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's
Yes.
a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man.
Bobby
Well,
Burl.
faithful enough,
Bobby.
you know.
No, I
Booby Bobby.
don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course.
Of course.
But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work.
This guy's just
But I
feeding me
wouldn't
mad
want
info,
anyone
yeah.
else shooting for me.
Alright, do I have a clue to present to him? No, nothing yet. Does he know him? Yeah.
Now there's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
Well, apart from yesterday, that was just a one-off, wasn't it?
For him, I think so, yes.
What does he know about Boggy?
Ah, yes. The reason we're all here, of course.
Let's see.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
Oh, what an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible!
I have nothing to talk about for now. I'll leave him.
There's a narrow path here, Lee. It doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Another
Bobby
suspect
Bro.
for my notebook.
That's a little rude.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my questions before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl.
That's funny. That was actually funny.
Pleased to meet you.
I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to investigate last night's murder. Obviously.
Grimoire. Strange. Is that your first name?
Last name. First name. What's the first name? It's my 23rd name. I don't think what I like best. My second name's Detective. Look at the subtle.
It's my second name. Detective is my first name. Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
Not my lost hat. That you were nowhere to be found last night. Yeah.
Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burrell was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burrell doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Nice.
Uh-huh.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpeer over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
You left it at Mr. Vampire.
You left it with Vanderpeer, and he used it instead that night.
Exactly.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
I should have questioned him more, but I was too
I can't
antsy.
say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
He said he had a hobby.
Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here.
2?
I left my video camera, yes. But I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only
Yes.
one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's
Whoa.
quite an interesting shot. But the
Hey,
light quality is
we're
not
crushing this,
perfect.
chat. We're really doing
Here we
good.
are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what?
It's just muck.
This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last night.
Very proud of
Just
yourself.
brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
Oh, you just hold down the mouse. Okay. Yeah, it's a dude in a suit.
What? Is that Boggy? The
Yes.
swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
Let's go for it. Okay. We have evidence. Alright. Let's talk about your job. Actually, while we stew on this, I'll be back shortly, chat. I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna get some water. Some good old liquid death so I can pour it in my can. So I'll be back in a quick, like, 2 seconds. Be back. Yeah, I'll be back. So, boop, boop, boop. Alright, I'm back, everybody. Just vibing. I got some liquid death. I poured it in my huge container so I could drink more water, because I've been drinking a lot lately to keep myself active.
So you already
Work
told
out
me
and
what you
everything.
do, but now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent Vanderpeer. You mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Is he your boss?
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Wow.
Oh, really? But why did you want to come here in the first place?
If you're looking for a reason to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
Richard Remington. Vincent Vanderpeer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film the swamp here.
Vincent Vanderpeer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Vanderpeer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
Yep.
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something to eat. Richard Remington was there too.
Remington? You saw him last night? Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to
Ooh.
help, but he just wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
Perhaps
Yes.
it was something he ate.
Interesting. What does he know about? What does he know about Mr. Remington?
You should ask someone else.
Darn. I did that already. Yeah, challenge complete.
Try showing it to somebody different.
Dang it, okay. I thought you have something to say about that, because he's been here.
The famous director, and my friend. A prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment.
Okay. Alright. Let's see what we can do here.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine.
Right.
Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? Why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That
Really?
doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way. I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
I think it's money. A large sum of money.
Right. That's the one.
It has to be money, right.
I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word.
Yeah.
It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits.
Bingo.
It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just
Hey.
a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money.
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Okay. Walk mode.
this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers. I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside.
We found a flower on the
This side
dock,
of the
on
museum
the
is
ship, so it
surrounded
should
by
be
blue
there.
and red flowers. That museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up in wooden supports? It's bizarre.
Yeah. Let's see if I can walk in.
The door's jammed unless I can get these brass handles out of the way. Seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear. That top hat guy would have so struggled with this one.
Hello. We got a fanboy here.
I'd better take a look at this.
Oh, it's the man.
This journal. It's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy.
Interesting, interesting.
It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum. Models of Boggy's claws. Hold on. What's this? Something doesn't seem right here. I think I should try arranging these models into pairs. Something seems out of place.
Yep, I see it. These look like...
I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit.
Exactly.
It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
Yep. Exactly. Because those looks like, you can tell they have the stitching, like somebody made a costume. This is very Scooby-Doo right now. Somebody killed Mr. Richardson. Killed Richard Remington. Killed him. For what reason, we don't know. He was getting money from the director. Yeah, this don't look right.
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Yes. Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer who first discovered Boggy in this swamp 60 years ago. There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked, though. So, let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
You're incorrect, detective. I
Folder.
am your tourist.
How
He's a weeb.
did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat, my sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It doesn't
What
matter.
was the clueless expression on your face?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right, that's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
Agent Folder.
I'm doing a drawing of your beautiful face. So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here,
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
so you're visiting the museum for fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Oh,
Ah, what kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
So, if he's here day and night, that means that he may have heard or have ideas of anything relating to the murder. He's a cryptozoologist, so he's really interested in the creature finding, so he could determine, or at least point us in the right direction if something was fake or real. All right, we got an expert witness, one might say. Yeah, we got an expert witness. Let's freaking go.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah, were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time.
Look at his pockets are full. Yeah, that's really cool.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They sure do.
I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Let's see.
So you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick in getting through the small side door. I have
Whoa.
a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so I don't.
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
And what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
Okay. Like, you just admitted? Like, thanks for admitting?
The man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Are you asking about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
No, I think I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference, anyway?
Everything!
Everything? Everything?
Are you asking about the
Oh,
No, what's...
Everything!
Yeah, you can't. Okay.
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
That's you. Do you know anything about the vampire?
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
Know anything about Bobby?
Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
I love his pants. Like, yeah. Your job. These gloves.
The real swamp creature had claws. 3 on each hand, to be precise. But why does the costume just have these pathetic fins instead?
Let me see.
Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on.
All right, let's see what we got going on here. I'm gonna present a clue, and let's see. No.
You're wasting your precious...
Yeah. Okay. I can't do anything else.
There's a little door...
There's a lockpick he
See
mentioned.
it. This journal belonged to who first...
He mentioned as a he mentioned he had a lockpick. How he's been sneaking around at night.
What's this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved around recently. Maybe if I reposition them, I'll find a clue.
this creature was here. Or the thing that was the creature. I don't know what I'm making. Oh! Okay. There we go. There we go, 2 footprints.
I recognize that footprint.
Yep.
It's the same as the one found at the crime scene.
Yep.
This staircase is a tree. And this tree is a staircase.
Yep.
And this place is so weird.
This place is so weird. Made that walk.
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home. The latch is broken on this door. Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place.
Easy.
Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Okay. No, that doesn't work. You gotta get all... Okay, okay. There we go. You gotta get all the gears turning. Is my screen lagged a bit? No, it doesn't. It needs to work. Okay. I think this works. No. We need to somehow... We gotta get this wheel... This wheel will activate that wheel. Unless you could put things on top. You cannot. Okay. No, that doesn't work. This works. That baby wheel does not work. No, it's stuck, yeah. Okay, so that does work. No. No. Is it working? I can't tell because the game looks like it froze a bit. So I guess not. Hey!
The latches seems like once they're on the right, I can move the hand.
This has to happen, I think. Not enough.
Perfect.
Yep, there we go.
I am amazing.
It was weird how some of them kind of just like the puzzle kind of lashed a bit. Like you were thinking, like, okay, but hey, it's another lady here.
I'm indoors. What a treat.
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Yeah. Not exactly. I had to climb up here first.
Not exactly. I had to climb up here first.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention.
But
I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
really,
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you.
what do you do for a living?
What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born. And I
Oh,
have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone.
okay.
Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area. I've learned many things from them.
Yep.
What about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set, but if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow. How do you do that?
Chemistry.
Chemistry. Okay. So we got this old lady who's lived here, quotation marks, before anybody. 60 years, right around the legend of the of Boggy.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful.
That sounds
Can
useful.
you tell me?
Yeah, tell
What
me.
were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down.
What do you know about this guy?
I have nothing good to say about that man, so I won't say anything at all.
What do you know about Boggy?
I'm not even sure who that is.
What do you know about Van Beer?
You should ask someone else. Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree. I'm not even sure who that is.
Okay, so she definitely, maybe she comes to herself.
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse.
There she was.
Let's see.
Yep.
First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron. Then tap the faucet. And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients. Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of.
That's easy. Blue and yellow mixed green.
I'll write it down in my notes.
No, thank you. If you bring me something with liquid on it.
Let's see. First, then.
I already did that.
And now we.
Blue and yellow makes green. It's color puzzle.
Got it. Now I.
I can't question her about it. I'll leave her alone for now.
They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And 1 of them only grows around the museum.
Oh. Alright.
The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading. Though, I'm not sure what else there is to do up here, actually. Predictably, a trash can, and I just can't resist taking a look inside. The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here. Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper?
Not really.
Or something more sinister.
It's a costume. Exactly.
Are we really talking about a swamp creature here?
Let's see. What? Yeah. What we thought? Well, yeah. What's a swamp creature gonna do here? Actually, I'm actually scratching my head. The cost. What I found in the trash ever existed? Never existed, would be a better term. Let's think about this chat for a minute. What do we know about the weather? What I brought disproves me? I don't think so. I can't. I'm trying to figure this. Let me see the options. I'm just thinking here, like, what's this thing, Grim? This is really rough. I'm trying to think about it. I'm just like, what does this prove anything? I can't think. What is this thing trying to say? Like, okay. I found this in the trash. Explains what was doing last night? I found in my office. This was hidden inside. I brought with me disproves what I found in the trash can explain. Yeah, the costume design I found it explains what the swamp creature was doing last night.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what the swamp creature was doing last night. Oh, that doesn't make sense, does it? The costume design I found in the trash can explains what the Boggy character was doing last night. No.
No, okay, so it's not that. Alright. What I found in the trash. Need some really put some thinking points on this one. I found it in the trash. Explains
costume design I found in the trash can explains what the Boggy character ever existed. I'm losing my mind here. Did the real creature show up last night?
No, it did not. Boggy the creature I brought with me disproves that.
The costume design I brought with me disproves what the Boggy character ever existed. I'm losing my mind here. The costume design I brought with me disproves what the swamp creature ever existed. I don't get it. Seriously.
Darn it. Did a real creature show up last night? It did not. Now I'm just guessing. I'm just being weird now. Think this through. You know the creature didn't show up last night. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Wait. Oh. Yes.
The costume design I brought with me disproves what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. Ooh, that's nearly right.
Darn it! That's nearly
Maybe
right.
there's another explanation for Boggy's appearance.
I found the trash.
costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph, I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here.
Right.
And I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Wow.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although,
A lockpick.
I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service.
Yep.
Well, kind of. You're a suspect, too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
You mean this murder case? I'm sure I can handle it.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp, I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog. He ate one nearly every day. A
Oh,
real
wow.
creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice. Try it.
It looks like... It looks...
It's that green drink.
I'll try some. Later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle.
That's my last
A lot of
bottle.
Swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can
Really?
only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday? Richard Remington
Yeah.
left the cafe feeling ill after a bog dog. Sold him a bog dog. Maybe I just need to change. Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. Hopper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was
Yep.
going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
Yeah.
I was working here at the cafe in the evening. I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton staff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
I won't laugh.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in the trash can right next to your cafe.
Yeah.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
No.
Not yet.
Alright, let's try challenge him.
I
Let's do
was
this.
told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
Poison.
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I
Yep.
keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
The storeroom was broken
You
into
pick-
with a lockpick.
Exactly.
Lockpick?
Yep. It had to
Never
because
encountered a problem like that
Folder
before.
knows about
But
picking
since
locks.
last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
Yes.
He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
What do you know about the lady?
I don't know very much about them.
Okay. So the Lady Weybridge has lived here long enough, but not interacted with people. Okay, so that takes out my
You
suspicion.
have a lot of suspects on that list. I don't know what to say.
Yes, you do.
You're prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Exactly.
Exactly. Don't worry about it.
I don't know very much about them.
Okay, so you don't know anybody in here.
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
Okay. So we're good. We're Gucci here.
A shipwreck? In a swamp? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side? There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe. A shipwreck? And what?
Alright. Oh. Hey.
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look. Bonky dolls, bonky toys, bonky postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad.
Standard vendor.
It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell, you know? Brightly colored bonky baseball caps. Is there something behind them?
Oh.
Brightly colored. Is there?
Yeah.
What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all.
Does he dress as the costume? The
It's
sheet.
some kind of roughly made costume head.
Yeah.
There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside.
That's I knew it. That's the curtain drape when he was pushed off. He pulled on and he fell.
2 clues for the price of 1, I guess. Bonky doll.
Yeah. I'm feeling smart. I know what that is, yup. This girl's like, I'm just here. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Oh no, I just arrived.
Oh, no, I only just arrived.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do
Thanks,
you know?
Sally.
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Alright, your job.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place
And it's like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here, exactly.
Exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day.
Oh!
Impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted.
Mmm.
When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening. Same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels, and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight.
Oh, wow.
Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them
That swamp
this
juice.
morning.
Yup.
If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
Yep, the black leggings were used to walk through the swamp.
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
Yep,
I've never seen anything so ridiculous.
that's
You'd
true.
never see me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
that's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
And making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
What do you know about... You've been here, so you must know about Harper.
I really don't know what to tell you.
Darn it.
He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
Eh.
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that. These hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell
Yeah.
a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
What about the... headpiece?
That is not something from my gift shop. I've never seen it before. Is that your new friend? Sweet.
It's just...
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, so you never had a bog dog. Okay.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Would she know about the gloves?
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Alright, so she wouldn't know anything about that. Have you meet...
Her. I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
So ask her about... Let's see...
I really don't know what to tell you.
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped. This door has 2 keyholes. So, which key should I use in each one?
Wait.
Even though I have this door, so... Even though I have the key, this door has... So...
How would you know? This seems like a test, but anyway. Green and blue. I just guessed. I didn't know what it get. Oh, a gun?
An old hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window.
A gun. Hey, they had a gun. You don't see that so we heard a pop, so maybe, yeah.
This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore. Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed. An ink bottle was spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings.
Maybe, yeah. A map? His business card.
It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate. Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain.
Interesting.
Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF, and attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect.
Interesting.
The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea. Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. It's the hat rich where send the letter and it's some whole. It's a letter Remington was writing. Before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I've only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter.
Yep.
I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close. All due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured. What a tease. It's a letter Remington before my dear I feel There's a map of the swamp lying on the desk. It's been annotated in a few places.
Yep.
It's a letter before my dear Iris, but I feel old.
That's it.
These animals, they're not. I don't recognize any of them.
They're cryptids, right?
Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth. It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing.
True.
It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows. Something about those 3 prongs. I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
Oh! He was killed. He was poked in the neck. And then fell out the window. Tried to hold on to the curtains. But curtains ripped off.
I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now. Hunting memorabilia. It would. This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. This is the creepiest office.
That's the slime. The slime juice?
The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off.
Yep. Somebody, again, poked him in the neck with the fire poker. And then he fell out the window holding onto it.
Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace. But one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret.
Okay. That's... Alright, let's do what I do best at. Just try to find the corners. Good. Corners. Alright, we have all 4 corners. Someone else wore that. Was next to him in blue. Yep. 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 Oh.
Photos and what this? If I can maybe.
You gotta make it done as neat as possible. I don't know why, but sure. His 5 friends, I guess. I think it's you have to like actually. There we go.
This photograph, and it's a young Remington.
And his hunter boys. Yep.
And then some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles.
Yep.
Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
This one kind of looks like Harper, maybe. The first order
Uncovered a secret in here?
Sally's face. Sally's... What does Sally's face to do with anything? Yep.
The hunting photo explains why Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. Ooh, that's nearly right.
Mm-hmm.
The hunting photo
it's historical evidence
that Richard Remington belonged to a secret
society.
I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around. See if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
Mm-hmm.
The open window look. Oh, and
The little girl again?
I don't like. What's this? There's a lockpick dropped amongst the weeds down here in the water. I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that button.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna do. I'm really bad at tracing, so I think it's number 2 because it's the curviest, and then this one goes down. Nope, not 2. I was wrong. Let's try number 4. Number 4 goes down here, around into there, goes there. What? No, 4 goes down here. Either way, it's not the right one. 5 goes down here, here, slurpy loop. No. 6 goes. Boop, 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 boop. Is it 1? 1. 1 doesn't do it. Let me try 3. Yeah, I'm gonna try 3.
That's the one.
Yep.
But I wonder where this lockpick came from.
This lockpick. Yep. But he had to buy a new one. Mm-hmm.
This is the creepiest office I've ever been in.
I felt like I could. The game is good. I felt I could have probably used. If I knew about the lockpick earlier, I could have lockpicked into that door. But it doesn't matter because we still got there anyway.
There are bizarre. And back down into those.
Why don't you tell me to go in here? What's it to go in for? Oh.
This is the creepiest.
There's something to lockpick. I already checked everything.
Something happened. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window.
Ah, yes.
The open. Oh.
That's it. Now, what's it trying to tell me what's in here?
This is the creep. This is the creepiest off. Hunting map. It would be. Photos and painting. But one of the. Wait a second. This photograph and some maybe. Photos and one of this and some. Maybe
Yeah. Okay. This is all right. Boggy costume.
What can you tell me about these designs for a boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
What about your boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
I need to
That is
pick
true.
my questions carefully.
I know. No, I know the murder weapon is. It's not that.
The lockpick I found near Echo's Protest might belong to Agent Folder. I think that's pretty... Did somebody tell me about this lockpick already? The lockpick...
Yeah,
found
Remington's
near
body.
Remington's
Body. I made a mistake,
might
yeah.
belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Yeah, I think he did have an enemy or two. Or three. But you liked him.
I respected him. Good head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood how to make things work for him.
Interesting. Let me present a profile. Have you met Sally Spears?
I'm a busy man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time.
Boggy, the boggy headpiece.
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
Alright, monsieur. The boggy
I
costume.
found these designs for a costume. A boggy costume.
The legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
Let's suit you know.
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know. I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Yes.
What?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
If I knew, they wouldn't be secret. That's true. Let's see. Have you met Harper?
Try showing it to somebody different.
Alright. Let's take a walk to the wild side. Let's go here.
That museum is... Which... Is it...
Actually, I actually want to do...
I don't think this...
Yeah, let me do the walk. Go back. Ah, this person. Yep, I haven't bought to you yet.
These flower petals seem...
Oh? You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
You know, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Why? Because you're a good swimmer?
Why? Because you're a good swimmer?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again, until my job is done.
Your job. Let's talk about your job.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it was...
Not thought. Felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah,
Yes.
Let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything.
Really?
So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
What were you doing last night?
You come here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Yeah.
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the
whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say.
I know
this
there are.
place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night.
I know those
Hundreds
sounds
of
are.
animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
There's a lot more to ask him with, but I'll be right back shortly, chat. Gotta take a quick break. I'll be back soon. Alright. I'm back. I just had to take a quick break for a second there to keep myself hydrated, and as well as, restroom breaks. Thank you guys for just waiting for me. So, we gotta ask some questions about the Boggy costume, which
What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A Boggy costume.
It's Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
But he was only discovered 60
years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that.
I don't trust this guy.
I'm a very observant person.
Something about him just seems off. Like, everyone else is weird on his island, but he just seems really, really
so what
spicy
does Mr. Remington
vibes.
think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes. Show it to somebody else.
You wearing black? Thought that would get him.
No thanks, my friend.
I wonder what others think of him.
Not suspicious. Suspicious.
Ah.
Not suspicious. Suspicious.
You get changed suspicious and not suspicious. Gotta find more things about him.
Looks like this path leads.
Walk mode, that's right. Oh, I keep thinking like old point click games, you just click where you go.
So,
What do you think of a Boggy
I
costume?
found these designs for a Boggy costume.
oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody
Yep.
knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So
Right.
tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that... But there's no way anyone would believe... Nothing but foolishness.
Got him.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No. It
What?
wasn't.
Oh. Interesting, buddy. Interesting.
You're wasting your precious...
Alright. Challenge.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying
Stop
to
distracting
interrogate
me.
you.
My apologies. Go ahead.
So,
Go ahead, Steve.
what are we showing Folder now?
The lockpick.
Where did I find this again?
We found this outside the office.
I found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
Yeah.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You lost your lockpick to buy a new
You
one.
lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently, it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Yeah.
There's a little door in the wall here.
It's locked, though. Can I use my lockpick? One, two, three clues left.
There's a little door.
I guess not. Hey!
Aha! The great detective returns. Did you run out of ideas? Need a little push in the right direction?
It involves ignoring you.
I'm getting a new idea. It involves ignoring you.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm working on it. You can't rush these things, you know.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand.
You gotta meet the lady upstairs. There's more she could tell you probably now.
I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress.
Right.
There was
The
a
person
time
who
when
made
I
this had no
considered sewing
artistic
my
ability.
clothes.
Definitely
My
leaning towards Echo.
Really?
Unless
When
the
Richard
cameraman
Remington arrived in the
and
swamp years
the
ago,
the director is a
I sent
stooge.
some
They're
of
bad
my
at what they're
handmade
doing.
fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp.
That is
We'll
true.
be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
What are you talking about?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's Bog with a gun and start hunting down his main attraction.
Time to present her profile. What do you know about Echo?
I'm not even sure who that is. You should ask someone else.
Have you met Harper?
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree. I recognize some of those men.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes. And one of them after that. No, thank you.
Let's see. First, then and now we...
Blue and yellow makes green.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid can... I'll write it down in my notes. That looks pretty similar to last time.
So we know all this stuff has green on it, the green goop, which is slime juice. Slime juice is just swamp water, which is gross.
If you bring me something with liquid on it.
Richard, here you go.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Yep.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably had several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies, that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream, I can tell you that much. One of Mr. Remington's secrets, I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey. That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason, he was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently. It's Mr. Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle. It's familiar for some reason.
Swamp juice.
It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently.
Someone definitely, because we know earlier, someone took the slime juice.
It was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there. That's the same fabric from Mr. Remington's curtains. I can't help you with that one. Sorry. Why don't you show that to someone else?
There's a little locked door. I think it's... The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship, I think.
Okay, just want to see if there's something to do with this ship.
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever.
Twice
He was
ever,
really
max.
busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
What do old people think about?
Is that one of your clues? I have no idea what that is.
Don't you know, Red?
Where are you keeping all this? Never mind, but I left them here last night. Now they're covered in slime, and I don't want to go near them. Is that one of your clues?
It's a humble gift shop. Bonky doll. A bog. Maybe a... It's a photo of the swamp and it's a framed drawing of bog. What a shame, it's not even... It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though. There's a hollow part of the tree, right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside. You again. Ready with some cryptic advice, no doubt?
Don't let them take him.
Who? The murderer? That's my job. I gotta make sure that
No, the creature. Don't take him away. This place is his home.
Oh, Boggy. Hey, don't worry. I didn't really believe he could be, responsible for this mess.
You didn't?
Well, no.
Yeah.
I've always known who the murderer was, and it's not Boggy.
Nope, it's not Boggy.
He won't get in trouble? You won't have to leave?
Nope.
Well, he's been out here for what, 60 years, hasn't he? And stayed out of trouble for that long. I have a feeling some detective isn't going to change all that in one day.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, he says, thank you.
Yeah.
Those trees.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, like... It's not Boggy. It's definitely someone who dressed up as him and killed someone with a pitchfork.
Oh?
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave. I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. Why are you...
I have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Yeah.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he?
How would you know that? You see how I'm sussy-wussy as this guy? Like, there's no way. I'm feeling... Something about him just seems off, and it's like...
No thanks, my friend. The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did she know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost. I have nothing to say about them. You're asking the wrong person. You're wasting your time.
Looks like this. I'm impressed, and I'm impressed someone would want to. It's a colorful, boggy-themed padlock. He's staring into my soul. It should open if I set the right number.
I don't know that one, sorry. And I can't, that's too many combinations.
Oh? I really don't have an opinion. My apologies.
There's a narrow path. It doesn't look...
So,
Oh, I did that, okay.
You can put that away. I can't help you with...
I'm indoors. It's a humble...
Hey. Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone
Nice.
supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protests used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about.
My breakfast. Echo sponsors spends more time holding.
Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest.
Yep. What can he tell me, indeed?
Where are you keeping...
Let's see. We know, like I said, Echo is just sussy-wussy. That's just like, that's not gonna be undenied. Like, we're not deny the sussy-wussy. But Sally, I don't know, she seems innocent. She's just like, I'm just there. Just trying to think though, like trying to think here, chat. Like, what is Sally? Is this everything Sally knows? I don't think so. I think she knows more. There's something else she probably knows. Wait.
I'm not...
I wonder.
Well...
Let me just see. The game has a good logic system, so maybe it's... If I...
Let's see. First, then tap the font. And now... Got it!
Yep.
Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. This was the exact...
Because you would have, like, for some reason, you...
Brass...
They're mine, but I left them here last night. Now they're... Is that one of your...
When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, yeah. Wait, maybe...
I'm not...
If he keeps writing notes down for every time you test it, so what if I just test all the items that has slime on it? What if I just do that?
The tree? It even... Okay.
Yeah, this has slime on it.
Let's see. First, then tap...
Right.
And now...
Yeah, let's do this. And then do this.
Got it. Now I know. I'll write it down. What's going on? That was definitely the same as the other tests. There's something about that green slime.
Yeah. My hairstyle, no.
The fireplace broker is proof that the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime.
Sally's legs.
Sally's legs is proof that the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. The black leggings is proof that Sally's legs are covered in the same swamp slime. I don't get it. Seriously.
Okay, that is improvement.
That
Okay.
slime keeps showing up in different places.
The firefighters. And the covered. Yeah, they're both covered in
A
slime.
fireplace broker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
I don't think she did it, but she's been aloof about things. So maybe we can ask her what happened the other night.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning, they're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
Your black leggings were part of the murder costume.
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
They're loose and stretched.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, fine, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
That's cute. Boggy's feet are hidden in the water, so no one would know Boggy's feet. Yup. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. What would Lady Weybridge know, though? She's been here for a very, very long time. Like, what would Lady Weybridge know? Like, we asked her about the hunters. That helped.
Not suspicious. 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 Not suspicious.
I'm not suspicious of Sally. It's
not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
Just no, it's not happening. I don't think there's a camera guy either.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
Not him. It's not him either. Yeah, he was. Why
suspicious.
kill a guy you're gonna get profits for? You're trying to get
suspicious.
yeah.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
Definitely not this guy. So we know it's not those people. Lady Weybridge, I have to figure it out. This is not. Yeah, this is not.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
It's not. He's not suspicious. He's the murder victim. I mean, he didn't kill himself. Lady Weybridge is someone I think I know. This guy's just a neat geek.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
Let me talk to Agent Folder again. Oh.
Is an opportunity for the two characters are.
Try and solve. If you're... Don't forget... Oh. It's cold.
You can't talk to him, okay. We're like 90% through this case, though. Not yet. I'm not gonna present you yet, so I eliminate all my other options.
Which makes it.
You're wasting your... I've never seen that before.
Okay, he knew nothing about.
Something you found on the... Come back when I'm not... A good example of how Boggy's feet are never shown in any form. They often use that little red bucket to hide them. An important piece of the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place. Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. I have no interest in something like that. This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. This is just a piece of junk they sell to tourists. It has no resemblance to the real creature.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers.
All right, let's see what we can talk to her about.
I'm indoors.
You can put that away. I can't help. No, thank you. If you bring me something with liquid on...
Let's see. First, then and now.
All right, that's everything with liquid. I'm just like, get it out of the system. Let's go.
Got it. Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. A swamp slime. It's all the same. It's the exact same.
All
Alright, let's see. First and...
Oh, yeah.
And now...
Yes.
Got it. Now I'll... It's the...
I can't show her things with liquid because she knows it's liquid.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Okay. Did I show her the photo of them hunting?
I recognize some of those men. Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Yep.
Before that, yes.
Yes.
And one of them after that.
One of them after that. I sent him everybody.
I have nothing good to say about that man, so I won't say anything at all.
I'm still thinking here, thinking here, guys. I'm still trying to figure this one out. Like, I can't... There has to be something to get her... Something.
No, thank you.
None.
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know what it is.
I thought you might.
Yes.
I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
Mm-hmm. Lady Wyvern found a Boggy's bod when which one was discovered?
The swamp creature found at Boggy's Bog when Richard Remington was discovered by the explorer 20 years ago. Lady Weybridge found at Boggy's Bog when Richard Remington was discovered by the explorer 20 years ago. I'm losing my mind.
Let's see. Let's put it all together.
Richard Remington found at Boggy's Bog when the swamp creature was hunted and killed. I'm starting to piece together the history of this place.
Richard found Boggy's Bog when Lady Weybridge discovered the explorer 60 years ago.
Richard Remington found at Boggy's Bog when Lady Weybridge was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago. I'm losing my mind here. Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when Richard Remington was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago. Maybe I just need to change one thing.
20 years ago.
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when Richard Remington was discovered by the explorer 20 years ago. What is that supposed to mean?
That doesn't make sense, okay.
Is Weybridge connected to the swamp's history?
Okay. She was living in the swamp. She's not an explorer.
The swamp creature was living in the swamp when Lady Weybridge was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago. Oh, that doesn't make sense, does it? Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago. Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
Yep. Let's go. Let's see if you know.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
The animation is getting so good, if anything.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
You created the myth of the swamp creature yourself to scare people away. And let's think about this one again. I've been...
Yep.
Oh, really? Did you find...
Yeah.
You must be confused.
That was not it.
Me today
she was trying to scare people away.
Barged into my house. Remember?
Yeah.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
Yes.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
I need you to tell me if the journals are fake. There's a page missing from the journal. You know where it is.
There's a page missing from the journal.
Yep.
I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
You took it from display.
You took it from the journal while it was on display in the museum.
Dang it.
Wait, that's not right, is it?
Okay, try again.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
That is correct.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
There's a page in the
There's
journal.
a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
You stole it before he left the swamp.
You stole it from him before he...
Oh.
Hold on.
Alright. He did not. I just guessed badly.
Yeah.
You found me today when you barged me.
You were the original...
Oh! Okay, that was bad. Yeah, that was supposed to be fast.
Oh, did
Yeah.
Yeah, 60 years ago.
You were already lit...
Yeah, I was there's a missing
There's
page.
a page missing from the journal. Because I...
You're... Or...
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum.
It doesn't belong in a
belongs
museum.
here, with me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then... I'll show it to you.
Oh, wow.
He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
Yep. There we go. The footprints!
What's this? Footprints.
Oh, wow. Yep. Not the real Boggy. Yep. Yep. I knew she didn't do it. Definitely. Let me remove that suspicion.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
She didn't do it. He didn't do it. It's the chef. All right. I know it's the chef. Sally. Who else? Wait, who I have suspicion? I mean, it's her. It's the chef. He's just friends, yeah.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
Let me show him something about...
You don't know everything, I'm afraid. You have a lot of suspects on that list. It's here a lot. I think he's been putting less effort into his protests recently. Which is a shame. I think it's an admirable cause.
Do you talk to him much?
Not really. Sometimes he likes to talk, just casual conversation. He asks how business is going and what everyone likes to eat, nothing of real importance.
Oh, come on! Oh, come on! Oh, come on! He's asking everybody, like, oh yeah, what's his favorite food? Like this. Oh God. All right. All right. Where is my guy?
Not suspicious.
Ah. Oh? Oh? I'm afraid I have no idea.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask.
Untouched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent. Notebook time.
I have a silly nickname. Tax evasion. He didn't even it was a ghost.
You've been hiding in your tent because the swamp is haunted.
Why not?
I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James. I'm impressed someone managed to, and I'm...
Okay. What would open this lock, though?
Ah.
I heard you... And more time. Normal...
I just did it as a meme. I didn't
so,
like... Nothing.
Well,
I'm going a little fast. I'm sorry. Yeah.
In that...
How do you know?
Look, if you...
Let's work out why... Notebook time. You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy.
Why not?
Oh. Yeah, he's not gonna tell us. Yeah, he's not gonna give you. Yeah, he's not gonna admit to anything. So what's gonna? What opens that lock? Is there anything I'm missing? Clues. I'm missing one more clue for my journal. 1963. Nah, sure, let me guess that. That's the only thing.
Someone, and I...
Oh, okay.
It's a color piece.
Is that how this works? You hit 1963?
It's a piece.
Nope, that's not how that works. It's not 1963. Okay, let me check my clues. Oh, an explore treehouse. Alright, let me go to my tree. Let me go to treehouse.
There's a whole load of needles and wool in that, or should I say yarn? I just don't know. A little blanket, it makes very little sense. The owner of this house seems to enjoy, though. This is like,
Sorry, I'm just going real fast.
Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses. The tree comes straight through the middle of the house.
That is neat, though.
It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool. I'm indoors. I'm indoors. The tree comes... Okay.
Missing one more thing about this place. Missing one more thing about the woods, the museum. I'm missing things about the museum and the crossroads. Okay, I'll do some more exploration. We'll do some. This is time to do some super exploration. We want to be 100% sure that I can blame Echo. Something Echo is super sus. Cause Sally's just like, I work here. He already paid for his time here. There's nothing a reason for doing here. She's an old lady. She has gripes, but she knows the explorer. No, I'm not feeling it. This guy's a dweeb. That's about it.
I'm indoors. A little blanket. The owner of this house, though. The tree. Okay. I'm. The tree. Okay. Check out that. Check out that. It feels. Someone, please. Well, I wouldn't be. I've seen. Someone. Well.
Alright, we gotta figure this one out.
The tree come. It even. Okay. The tree come. It even. Okay. As a whole, or a little. It may. I'm in. The old though. The tree. It even. Okay. Check out the. Check it.
Check it out. Check it out, indeed. Oh, wait.
There's a book on the table. How fascinating.
Missing one item left from my journal. Alright, we're gonna keep looking around for notes of places we missed at. We're going to the woods.
What's this?
Oh, we did it already, yep.
This stair and this. This stair and this. The rock path leading back towards the museum. The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad.
Okay, that's a tool. Let's see. The museum, okay. The protest. I know the protest museum. The crossroads. All right, so it's the museum. And the the museum and the crossroads. And the protest. So, crossroads. Let's go to the museum first.
It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show. Boggy playing the piano. He's having a grand old time.
Let's try this.
Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer many years ago.
Yep.
In a different location. It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction. That might explain why it looks so out of place. Apparently, it's... Some education... Did you know...
Yes, swamps are gross. Let's see, what else can we do here?
Books about Bob. Oh. There's a little...
What does he know about?
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
Cool. He doesn't know about girls. Fantastic. I thought he's like, she's a girl. I know what it smells like. Like, please don't do this to me. Let me see. I'll just go back.
This is a really not worth it.
Let me see if I can solve it here.
This is a... Some educational facts about Swamp. Did you...
I can attest that. I know absolutely nothing about this. Ah, we're missing one thing here. Okay.
It's supposed... Boggy. He's a... Copyright MCM XXXIV. That would be 1930, 1934?
Wait! Didn't he say he was a fan of the cartoon?
It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
Hello! He said he was a fan of the cartoon! Oh man, this guy's sussy wussiness is not really gonna escape today. Alright, so the next location is I didn't find anything in the crossroads, right? Is that the last one I have to do? I'm gonna check, I think that's the last clue. Oh, and the protest.
It's a stepping stone. So...
Actually, just use the map. The protest. Well, I could just call it protest.
I'm impressed someone... And I...
He was a fan of the Yep, he was a fan of the cartoon. He said the fan of the cartoon. That's 1934. I put the year the League of Explorers, which was 1963. Yes.
It's a journal. I guess it belongs to Echo. Bad news. Remington is dead. I don't know what to do. Was my whole protest in vain? They'll shut this place down, sure, but I'll never know if I got through to him. That's all he's written.
Oh?
Interesting.
It's the base of a gigantic tree, and it's sitting in the very heart of the swamp. Was this entire place built around it?
Was that it? Oh, okay. I got it. Now we're just missing one clue, which is this item right here. Wait.
The strange footprints. Maybe I can move some of.
Yep. Because so basically my thinking is that if you look around, right? You see the footprints of the monster thing goes up, then it goes here, and that's it. It doesn't see it walk out. Either they jumped in the water, which we did not confirm that. So this is my thinking.
Strange footprints stop right by. Maybe I could. A strange pair of green flippers, badly hidden in the reeds outside the office.
Mm-hmm. I have all the clues. Yep, all the clues. Yeah, I'm suspicious of no one except for, Echo seems the most sussy-wussy.
And Remington saw and perhaps and all this something there's it's a sharp metal something
There's something else here. Let's just go to the detective.
You finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I didn't find him.
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
I don't need to.
I don't need to.
Continue.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Buggy from last night? Let me see that photo.
Photograph of the Boggy last night, right here.
If that's not Buggy, what is it?
It's a costume.
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one that...
But the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Easy. It's the flippers.
How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Costume design.
How can you prove... How can you prove... How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
How can I prove them belong to a real creature?
How can you prove...
These don't belong to a real creature.
How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature? How can you prove these... How can you prove...
They don't belong to a real creature because...
How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature? How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Yeah, I clicked Flipper. Like, it should be that way. Raw dogging, man. Oof.
How can you prove... How can you prove...
Okay, now I'm just losing my mind. What do you mean you can't prove they belong to a real creature? The flipper should just prove it right there.
How can you prove? What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
Okay.
No public records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
Easy. The pitchfork.
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Buggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think.
It's actually just swamp juice.
This stuff is an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
A poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom.
Yes.
He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
Yes.
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
Remington went back to his office? Alone?
Yup.
I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work out.
Video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Right.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right.
Okay.
Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you can tap on them.
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
Let's see if we got this in perfect order, chat. So, this is... The door's open. You're surprised. Blast his hunting rifle.
I think that's it.
Yup. There we go. It took... Yeah, I read everything about it. What metal is the metal? I was like, yeah.
Excellent. There's just 2 small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
It was stuffed in the head.
Turns out the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume. Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailant survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so.
Wait for it.
In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain. The one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collected with the original design I found.
Wait, you never found the body piece, the torso.
You're right, and I never would have found it. Not lying around. Not like the others.
Right.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
This torso is probably made up of some thick material, something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
soften the impact from a bullet. Aha!
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
I think it's at the protest.
But how? We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
Yep. Hey! I figured that was smart. And my sussy wussiness is like the way, hey! Let's go sussy wussy power set go.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp. And lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Buggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret.
Yeah. My lost hat, lol. The secret. Alright, can we figure out the secret? Can we figure out the secret?
The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
Nice.
A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further than this one man. and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
You didn't have the right.
You didn't have the right. You shouldn't have...
Detective.
It's
finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But, true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
It makes a difference.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down.
Hey, wait!
Yep. Whoa. Wow.
Aha!
Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
Hey, there we go. Really cool game. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. The puzzles didn't feel hard, no, the logic was. It was a lot like just how you get the information to make your conclusion. Rock, paper, shotgun, yeah. Hey, thank me, thanks. I appreciate thinking.
Grimoire.
Yeah.
What did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us everything he knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched down to the last detail. And, well, we agree with you, but I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We'd better be.
Nice. Which will lead to the second game. Awesome. Oh, man. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. I deeply, really appreciate it. If you haven't already, be sure to follow the stream. Drop a sub if you like it. Pretty simple to stream out. I'll be streaming next week. I'll put a schedule up between today and tomorrow. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, I'll be continuing. Maybe next week I'll be continuing some of the games I played this week. But yeah, be sure to check out the stream and the YouTube so it'll be updated live more content. And that's gonna do it on that end.